Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday, June 9th. Welcome to today's live stream. Well, thank you for coming. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Makes a big difference for YouTube pushing my channel out to new members. So, as usual, we're going to start off by looking at the DXY US dollar index, do a full top-down analysis. Then we'll look at all the US dollar pairs including gold. We'll probably look at the yen pairs also after that. And then we'll probably do our usual, which is Bitcoin, look at natural gas, oil, probably look at the S&P 500. And we'll probably have some time for some requests too. If anybody would like me to look at something, then put it in the chats and let me know. So let's start off with this DXY monthly time frame. So let's zoom out just a little more because I do like to look at it at a little bit of a bigger perspective. Zoomed out a little bit. Now you will notice we got a lower high, and then we got an uptrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, B, C, probably a B, and then we got another uptrend here for the C. I believe that it is definitely respecting some fib levels. I made an impulsive move down. I think if this right here really is the end of a wave C, then this move up is going to be a crescent, and it's going to end up continuing the downtrend. I think it's going to go down and even take out that low eventually. But we are talking about the monthly. That's going to take a very, very long time to play out, probably years. So let's head down to the weekly time frame on the dollar index. Now, looking at this dollar index weekly, I'm definitely curious to see how this weekly candle closes, because right now it definitely looks like we have the end of an ABC correction already. That does not look corrective to me. It's all about being on the time frame where the pattern is clearest, and when you see something like that on the time frame where the pattern is clearest, you better pay attention to it. So I do think this reverse move down is a 1. I'm starting to think that it is not a wave A. It could be a wave A, but I don't think it is. This move up right here I think is an ABC of 2. Could be a wave B, but I kind of doubt it. And I think this next move down is going to be a wave 3. So I think we got a 1, 2, and we're heading down for a 3. So let's take a look at that on the daily time frame. So daily time frame, you'll notice as we go down, which is something that you really need to pay attention to, as we go down on these time frames, you're going to start to notice that this move down does look very corrective on the much shorter time frames. But if you look at it where the pattern is clearest, which is the daily and the weekly, it's very impulsive, which tells me that this probably is the end of a wave C right here. We have a nice downtrend over here, looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1. A, B, and C of 2. I bet this is already going down for a wave 3, and I think it's just going to keep on making lower lows, lower highs, and just keep on trending down, telling me that I am definitely looking for shorts in a downtrend. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, we may as well get rid of that fib level. Price only went to the 23.6 today on that retracement, so definitely a very shallow retracement, which is another sign that this downtrend is very strong. So first of all, we got impulsive down. Then we have 1 up A, 3 down B, and 1 up again. So we have a way lower high than we do for the wave A, but I definitely think that's an ABC correction right there. So we have a lot of evidence showing us that this downtrend is very strong. First of all, we got a lower high for the wave C. Then we got a very impulsive moves on the daily and the weekly. And we have very shallow corrections that is making very shallow pullbacks. All that information tells me that most likely this is a wave 3, and most likely it's just going to keep on trending down. So let's take it right down to the 1-hour time frame. So 1-hour time frame, now you can start to see this downtrend right here. I think it's a 1. This is definitely an uptrend. I think it's an A. This is very, very clearly 3 waves down right there. That makes this a B. This is also an uptrend, making that a wave C. Yes, the wave C is a much lower high than the wave A, but that makes that an irregular ABC correction, I would say. Hey Ricky, how's it going today? Hey Robin, hey Connor, hey Special Talkies, how's it going? So I believe we have an ABC of 2. And like I said, with how shallow these corrections are, how strong down it looks on the weekly and the daily, and how we have an irregular wave C, all that evidence together tells me that I think this is a wave 2, I think that we're in a wave 3, and I think there's a very good likelihood this is going to keep on trending down. Hello, the Sackos. How's it going today? So if that's true, then we definitely want to apply that information to sort of to other US dollar pairs and use that information to help us trade some of these other US dollar pairs. Now, just because I think it's going down doesn't mean that we may not get a retracement. We definitely could, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just kept making lower highs, maybe did something like this, made another lower high, and just kept on trending down. And you'll notice that this pullback was very shallow, but it was definitely a three-way pullback with an impulsive move down, and I'm sure it turned right at a Fibonacci level. So we got a pretty strong downtrend, and now we need to apply that information that we just learned from analyzing the US dollar index to all these US dollar pairs, including gold. And let's start off with the euro dollar, work our way down from there. Going up to the daily time frame, and let's actually go right up to the weekly here for a minute too, just so you can see how strong this turn is starting to look. It's looking very strong, telling me that it probably is the end of a correction. I think that the daily is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's a 1. I think this is an A, B, C of 2. And I think even though this has 3 waves up, I think it's going to keep stretching out, and I think we're going to start a wave 3. We have CPI next week for the dollar, and we have federal funds rate for the dollar, and a whole bunch of other news next week. Next week is a very, very busy week for the really all currencies, actually. We got a lot of news next week. We can take a quick look real quick, but we have CPI for the dollar, really big news event. We got GDP for the pound. We got PPI for the dollar, FOMC rate for the dollar, GDP for the Kiwi, unemployment rate, unemployment change for the Aussie. And then on top of that, we also got, wasn't there one more thing? Yeah, the Central Bank of Europe is also releasing their data next week. So we got a pretty big week next week, especially if you trade the euro dollar and stuff like that. So anyways, let's head down to the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame is where you can start to see these lower lows, lower highs the whole way down. We have impulsive up. We have a break of structure telling me this whole trend is over. Looking at the longer time frames, I am starting to believe more and more every day that this really is the end of a wave C, that this is going to be a 1, this is going to be a 2, and this is going to go up for a wave 3. I think that this move we're seeing is just going to be a correction to a new uptrend. So let's head down to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, like I said, very shallow correction. It didn't go very deep. It didn't even go to the 38%. It could end up going down again. Looking at the dollar, I wouldn't be surprised if it did go down, make a more proper ABC correction. But even if it does, I think it's just going to be a correction to this move up. I think it'll turn at one of these fib levels and keep on trending up. The trend definitely looks like it's still up on pretty much all the dollar pairs. Let's go look at the pound dollar. The pound dollar, once again, is one of the strongest ones. For some reason, the pound has been very, very strong lately. And as you can see, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like the euro dollar. I think this is a 1. I think this is a downtrend for the A. I think this is still a wave B, even though it's a higher high than this. I think that's an irregular wave B, and I still think this little push down is a wave C and that it's a wave 2. I think that this is not a correction to this move down. I think it's just going to keep on trending up. So I am definitely primarily looking for longs on shorter time frames. Looking at it on the 4-hour, you can pretty much see that that's probably not a correction. This over here is lower lows, lower highs pretty much the whole way down. We got impulsive up, wave 1. We got a break of structure, proving that this whole trend is over. Then we got 3 waves down. Probably not the clearest correction, but that's just because of how strong the pound is, and made a higher low for the wave C, so that also made an irregular ABC correction. And I think this move up is a wave 3. I'm pretty confident that none of these dollar pairs are finished with their moves and that they all have a long ways to go to the upside. So I am definitely looking for pullback entries on shorter time frames. This one at least made 3 waves down today. 1, 2, 3 waves down. I was hoping for a larger correction, but that's alright. It did what it did, and it makes a lot of sense, especially if this really is a wave 3, that it would make shallow corrections and just keep on trending up. Yeah. What do you mean by the other direction, Wiki? Like as in this is a correction and it's going to go back up? The reason why I think it's going down is because of the weekly time frame. I really want to see how this weekly time frame is going to close, but if you search for clarity, the clarity really brings you to the weekly when you're talking about this move down. And if that right there closes anywhere near its lows today, that's a very, very impulsive move down. That does not look like a correction to this move up. That looks like the beginning of a brand new trend that's probably just going to keep on going. Now, on the sort of time frames, like I was saying, as you go down, it does start to look a little corrective just because we are not tuned to the correct time frame. As you go down to the 4-hour, I mean, there's always a possibility this is an A, B, C correction, and it turns at the 50% level, makes an impulsive move up, takes out structure. There's always a possibility that this could be a 1, a 2, and then it goes up for a wave 3. But just looking at the higher time frames, I am starting to believe that that is probably not the case. I think that this is just going to keep on making lower lows, lower highs. So that's what I believe is happening. We're going to have to kind of give it some time to see if that is actually the case or not. So let's head back down to the Aussie dollar and go back up to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is what I think we have a big ABC correction right here, and then this is also a downtrend right here, so that's an A, probably 2. 3 waves up, B, probably another downtrend for a C. So this one definitely made 3 waves up and 3 waves down, so that probably tells me that this is actually probably going to make a 3-way pattern to the upside. So that makes you wonder what's going to happen to the dollar too, because if this makes a 3-way pattern up, then that means the next move would be down. But we are talking about the daily time frame, so that's going to take a long time to play out also. So now heading up to the 4-hour time frame. Now, like I said, next week we have a lot of news for the dollar next week. So by, I would say, Wednesday or so next week, we're definitely going to have a direction on the dollar, I would say. But on the 4-hour time frame, Aussie dollar, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. We got a big impulsive up. We got a break of structure. We got higher highs, higher lows ever since that point. Our last major structure level is really way down here, so I think there's a very good likelihood, even if it does make a move to the downside, that it's just going to be a correction and that it will just keep on trending up. So taking it down to the 1-hour time frame, we already looked at the euro and the pound. We're working our way down the list. We're going to work our way right down to gold, and then we're going to switch to the yen pairs. So Aussie dollar, very strong uptrend, as you can see. I think the last major structure level is here because that's where the last series of higher highs, higher lows started. So even if it does make a move down, I believe that it will make a higher low, and just keep on trending up. Definitely no reason to think this uptrend is over on this one either. The Kiwi dollar has found some strength too, by the looks of it. Look at that. That's also found some pretty nice strength right there. And this has also made a big 3-way pattern up. It's also made a downtrend for an A. It's also made 3 waves up for a B. And it made a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to the 50% Fibonacci retracement. And it is breaking structure finally. And it does look like it's finally finding some strength. Just like the other ones, I think this is more likely to continue the uptrend also. Heading down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, impulsive up, break of structure, 1, 2, 3 down, impulsive up, continuing the uptrend. Now it could possibly be an ABC correction to this move down, but I think it's more likely to be a 1, 2, and I think that this is just going to keep on trending up, making higher highs, higher lows for a wave 3. So that definitely tells me that I'm still looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. Going down to the sort of time frames, this looks like a pattern that is not even close to being over. You're pretty much never going to see something like this just end and make a complete trend reversal. This next move down is going to be a correction to this wave up, and it's most likely just going to keep on trending up. Definitely no reason to think that this one is over either. US dollar Canadian has been very strong or weak to the downside, however you want to look at it. I've been kind of going back and forth on this one too, and we've been talking about it with my community quite a bit about the count on this one, because for me personally, this looks extremely overlapping. it really does make me think that this is going to go up again. And if this goes up again, the dollar could go up again too. So we really have to keep that in mind. Now I also see the possibility that this is a 1, 2, 3, ABC of 4, and that this right here is a wave 5, just a little bit of a lower low. And then this is like a 1, this is a 2, and now we're in a wave 3. So I see a few different possibilities on this one. And we're just going to have to pay attention, I guess, and find out what it is that it actually is. So I'm getting rid of this for now because I'm actually more inclined to believe that last one, which is this is a 3, this is an ABC of wave 4, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 5. And then this is a downtrend for the 1, this is an ABC up for the 2, and now we're in a wave 3. And it's probably just going to keep on trending down. Now, like I said, I do see a few possibilities. One of the possibilities I see is that this is like an ABCDE type thing. Maybe this is like an A. This is 3 waves up for a B. This is a C. This is 3 waves up for a D. And then this is a downtrend for the E. So if we see a big bounce off one of these fib levels with a big breakup structure, I would take that as a long opportunity to find out if it really does end up continuing the uptrend or not. Like I said, this US dollar Canadian definitely has a few different possibilities. So going to the 4-hour time frame, we may as well get rid of that. 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we're definitely trending down. There's no signs of this being over either. If it turns up and breaks structure, I think that it's just going to be another correction. And I think what's more likely to happen is this thing probably going to start going up, but it's probably going to set itself up for a correction. Next week's news event will probably be what actually causes this to continue the downtrend. So 1-hour time frame. So what do we got on the 1 hour? We got a very overlapping pattern right here. Even though it is working its way down, it's very overlapping, which would kind of make you think that this was like some sort of ending diagonal type thing like that. And so if you get some sort of a big break out of the box, that would probably tell us that this trend is over. But like I said, I think it's more likely to be a correction. Like this is going to be an A, B, and C, and then next week at one of those news events, I think it's more likely to just keep on trending down. So let's check out the US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss has been very strong to the downside also. It's not really that convincing though that it's going down in a big way, honestly, but maybe it is because we do have a 50% Fibonacci bounce. The whole thing is that it does kind of resemble 3 waves down, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did go up again. Let's see here. I think this is also in a correction though, so even if it does go up again, it's probably still going to end up going down at some point. So this wouldn't make sense if it just kept on trending up. I think it is going to end up going down. Yeah, US dollar yen is next on the list. We're working our way down my list right here. US yen next, and then gold. So what do we got here? I guess there is a possibility this is a wave A. This is 3 waves up for a B, and this is a downtrend for a C. If that's the case, it possibly could have already ended that correction. But I have my Fibonacci on here because I personally think that this move up is going to be a correction to this last move down. I personally think it's going to go to one of these fib levels and end up continuing the downtrend. So I'm definitely looking at this move up as possibly being a correction to the move down. Now it looks to me like a trend, probably a wave A. I bet it's going to make some sort of a correction and then probably go up again for a C. Probably an ABC right up to one of these fib levels. So what I would be doing is if I see the end of a next correction like a wave B, I would go long. And if it isn't a wave C and it just keeps on trending up, then it's going to be like a bonus trade, and that's going to be good for us. Or if it is a wave C, we'll still make some really good profit, and then we'll see it break structure to the downside. We'll exit our long and we'll go short for the continuation of the downtrend. So the best bet really for us is just to try to get in at the end of the next correction, which is either a B or possibly a wave 2. So US dollar yen is next. What do we got on this one? I think that this pattern is more caused by the yen than the dollar right now. Now, this is also something that I think is going to go back up, but I think it's more of a yen thing than a dollar. I think this is a 1. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I think this is A, B, C of B. I think this is an uptrend right here, and I don't think this uptrend is over. I think we're going out to at least a 61.8 to finish this wave C before we make an impulsive move down, break structure, and end up continuing the downtrend. So we're definitely going up on this one, I believe, but I think that's more of a yen thing than anything. So if you look at all the yen pairs, which we're going to in a little while, then you'll see that they're all still trending up. So anyways, we're going down. It looks like a wave A. We made 1, 2, 3 waves up, wave B. We made an impulsive move down, wave C. One of my members in my Patreon called this out yesterday, and I had some doubts about it because I thought it was going to go down to 78% before it turned up. So Yana hopefully got in this trade because she noticed it. So hopefully she's in this trade and still in it, because I bet it's going up and I bet it's going to break these highs. Probably going to make its way all the way up to that 61.8% Fibonacci level that we were showing on the higher time frames. So now we're going down to the 1 hour is where we can see this downtrend. Even though it's messy, it's a downtrend. Wave A. This is an A. 3 waves down for a B and a C. So A, B, C of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. 61.8% fib. Impulsive up. Breakup structure. Definitely kind of tried to shake out all the buyers today with that big push down, but really it's probably a 1, 2, and it probably is a wave 3, and it probably is going to keep going up. I bet it's going to break this high, and it's going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Probably making its way all the way up to that 61.8% Fibonacci retracement that I was showing on the daily time frame. So let's look at gold. Gold is very tricky sometimes. I will definitely tell you that for sure. Let's go back up to the higher time frame so everybody can see kind of what I'm looking at. So on gold, like I said, this pattern, I've been talking about this pattern for weeks now, probably way back here is when I started talking about this pattern, because I definitely see a downtrend. I see an A. There's definitely 3 waves up right there. That's for sure a 3-way pattern. Looks like a B. And then this is a downtrend for a C, almost a perfect 5 waves down. We are right at the 50% Fibonacci retracement, as you can see, which I got way too many fibs here for some reason. Here we go. So we're right at the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and it really hasn't made much of an impulsive move up yet, but I still think this is going up. Even though on the sort of time frames it looks like it's forming some sort of triangle, I still think the trend is going to be up, and I still think it's going to continue going up. Now as we go down to these sort of time frames, I do see that it's a wave 4, but I honestly think the trend is already over. I'm going back to my original analysis, which is this right here, that the wave C is actually already over. But it's definitely making a series of 3-way patterns right now. It's got 3 waves up. It's got 3 waves down. It's got 1 wave up. I bet this is going to be a B, and it's probably going to go up for a C. So it does, for sure, look like it's making that WXY pattern. And if that is the case, then it probably is going to try to make another push down. But I think this push down that we're going to try to see is probably going to be a failed attempt to continue that downtrend, and I think it's going to end up continuing back up. So I think that this is going to make an ABC right here, probably an ABC of Y. Yeah, no, that's what I just had right there, was honestly, is I had this as a 1, 2, and then this is all a wave 3, and then this is an A, or not an A, but a WXY of 4, and then it goes down one more time to make a 5. That would make a lot of sense if it did do that, and then it ended up going back up from there. But for some reason, that's not really, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that's mostly because of looking at the dollar index and other dollar pairs. But gold really does have a mind of its own sometimes, so we could definitely see this as a wave 4. And that would make a lot of sense. That would probably make even more sense than what I have. I guess I'll leave it like this for now, because if that really is a WXY, if this really is a 3 waves for a W, and this is 3 waves for an X, and this is 3 waves for a Y, then it probably is going to make one more push down before it goes up and breaks structure and continues the uptrend. So for now, I'm going to keep this as a WXY of 4, because it probably is a wave 4, but we really have to keep in mind that if the dollar continues down, then this is probably going to continue up. So we really have to keep that in mind also. So what do we got on gold? Gold made a big old spike up today, didn't it? We probably need to move our Fibonacci level up a little bit then. I still think this is probably going to be some sort of a wave B though. To me, it looks like a 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Is that right there the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A? Probably, yeah. Now we're probably in like an A, B, C of B. And then we're probably going to go up one more time for a C. So we're probably in a wave B right now. I would expect it to go down to one of these fibs. It probably is an A. It's probably going to make a B. And probably make a wave C. So I think we're in a crutch into this move up right here. So that means it's probably going to go down to the 50, 61, or 78%. 3 waves down and positive up, and then head back up to make a C of Y. Definitely seems like it's the most likely scenario for sure, especially with these series of 3-way patterns that we see on the 4-hour and daily time frame. So let's see, what do we got here? So yeah, let's move on. Let's go check out some yen pairs, and then we'll switch over to look at Bitcoin and probably oil and natural gas and a few other things. So let's start off by looking at this yen index. Look at that thing, it's still going up. Even though it kind of goes against what most people think, I do like 100% believe that this is going up like that. I think it's going to take out that high because when you have an ABC correction, whether it's on the weekly, monthly, or 1 minute time frame, price will go up and it will take out the high probably 95% of the time. So I still believe that the yen pairs are going up, and I still believe that they're going to break this high. From there, I'm not really sure. I mean, at that point, it probably will make a big push down. But I definitely think that these pairs are not done. When you look at that, that's like a perfect ABC correction. When you see a perfect ABC correction, especially on the higher time frames, you really need to believe it. And when you go down to the shorter time frames, you're going to start to see things that that kind of counteract what you see on the higher time frames. But more times than not, the higher time frames are going to be correct. So if we go down to someplace like on the 1 hour and we see something that looks like the end of a trend, then most likely the higher time frames are right, and most likely it will just keep on going down. Yeah, hey Chrissy, hey Eddie, how's it going? Yeah, we'll switch back. We'll do that USDT turkey for you. And yeah, I already did the euro dollar, but we will switch back to that one also. Now, the yen pairs, you really have to look at these on the higher time frames because this is where the yen is tuned correctly. I think that the euro yen is going to do this all the way up to the 165 area. No matter what I see on the shorter time frames, we have to remember this weekly and monthly analysis. Pound yen, that definitely does not look like something that's almost over. I think for sure that's going to look like that to make a wave C. Aussie yen, even though this one also looks a little messy on the shorter time frames and a lot of people thinking it's going to go down, I 100% think it's going up to probably the 110 area. It could possibly stop at the 78%, but either way, whether it's here or here, that's a long ways up on the shorter time frames. Kiwi yen, same thing. I think that this is going up to one of these two fib levels. I think it's a 78%. I think it's going to look like that to finish off a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uptrend. The problem is when we get down to these very short time frames, we're going to see things that counteract that, things that make us think that this trend is over. But the higher time frames are king always over the shorter time frames, always. The Canadian yen, I don't really know for sure if it's a 2, but it definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Canadian's going to have to really maintain its strength for it to do that, but it definitely looks like it's heading up to either this level or this level to finish off that uptrend. And the Swiss yen is already an all brand new territory. And even this last wave right there, I could almost guarantee that that's not a fifth wave. It may look like a wave 5, but I guarantee even if it does pull back, it's going to make more movement to the upside. So now you know what's going on the monthly, because all these yen pairs are tuned to the monthly time frame. Now when you go down to these sort of time frames, you're probably going to start to see things that make you think that the trend is going to go down. And most likely that is going to be incorrect. Now I could see this as an A. I could definitely see this as a B, and I could definitely see this going down again for a C, but I think it's going to just go to one of these fib levels and end up continuing the uptrend. Hey Krizzy, thanks a lot. I really do appreciate the support. Thanks for coming. So let's head down to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I don't even think that's correct, honestly. I think that this has already made an ABC correction, and I think that we're trending up, and there's definitely no reason to think that the trend is over. When you see an ABC correction, I know a lot of people are not used to trading these ABCs, but when you see an ABC, if it really is an ABC correction, then price will probably 95% of the time take out the previous high or the previous low, and then from there, probably just keep on trending. So we really need to learn to trust these ABC corrections, especially on the longer time frames. Going down to the 1 hour, you can now see the trend for the wave C. You see the impulsive up, you see a break of structure, proving that the whole ABC correction is over. To me, it looks like a 1, it looks like a 2, and yes, we definitely had a big old like a bull trap or something, really scared out the buyers, but I do believe that the trend is still up, and I believe that the trend will continue up. I definitely don't see any reason to think these trends are over. Look at that pound yen. There's definitely no reason to think that's over. We are approaching a fib level, but according to the longer time frames, even if it does go down, it's going to be a correction, and it's just going to keep on trending up. 4-hour time frame, we're ABC correction right there. 1, 2, 3, wave 3. 1, 2, and 3. So even if it does go down, it's probably just going to be a correction and maybe make a 4 and a 5. Definitely no reason to think that any of these trends are over. Look at that. That's very clear. 1, ABC down. 2, big old wave 3. That means that even if it does go down, it's probably just going to be a 3 and a 4 and then go back up for a 5. So before we even get a big correction like this back here, we're probably going to have to make a 3, 4, and 5 shape, which we definitely have not done yet. Aussie Kiwi is still going up strong. Definitely no reason to think that this is over. Still looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. ABC down, go long. ABC down, long. ABC down, long. ABC down, go long. Just rinse and repeat. Look at that Kiwi. There is no reason to think that trend is over. Even if it goes down, it's just going to be a correction to the uptrend, I would guarantee almost. So definitely looking for longs in this one. ABC down, go long. ABC down, go long. ABC down, go long. Just continue to look for longs in an uptrend. Canadian yen. Oh wow. Connor must be happy over this one. He's been holding on to these things for dear life, so he must be pretty happy. I think that the Canadian yen is very clear. 1, 2, 3. We're in a wave 3. We're not bouncing off a fib level. We're not breaking any structure to the downside. I think this is going up to make a 3, 4, and 5. I think it's going to break that high. Here's another example of an ABC correction. When we have an ABC correction, especially on the daily time frame and up, we really need to learn to trust that pattern on the shorter time frames. We're going to go down to a shorter time frame, and there's going to be so many opportunities throughout this pattern where you're going to think that this thing is going down in a big way, but because the higher time frames are king over these shorter time frames, you have to trust the higher time frame patterns. This is going up. I definitely don't think it's over yet. So awesome. Hopefully Connor's still in that. I bet he is. He holds on pretty good to these trades. Let's see. I don't even see him in the group today, but I'm sure he's still holding. Good job. If you're there, good job. Definitely. That was a big old bear trap right there too. We had 1, 2, 3 waves down, and all the yen pairs made a not a bear trap but a bull trap, because they made a big move to the downside, but it really was just a trap. The trend is up, and the trend is not over yet. So definitely no reason to think that any of these trends are over. The yen pairs really been nice lately. We got down for an A, we got 3 waves up for a B, we got a 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 5 right there for the C. I bet this is not over yet. I bet it's going to break this high and probably just keep on trending. So until the market tells us when something is over, we just need to keep trading with the trend. The Swiss yen has definitely been going down, but that's more of a Swiss thing. Obviously, we got a little bit of a risk on lately because of how much the yen and the Swiss have been moving. But I think this is also probably going to be a correction. It's probably going to be an A, probably be a B, probably be a C, and then probably continue the uptrend. So even this one I don't think is over yet. It definitely doesn't look like it's over. No reason to think it's over. So what do we got now? We did the dollar pairs, we did the yen pairs. We're going to do Bitcoin, and then we're going to do oil and natural gas. Wow, look at Bitcoin. That's very corrective looking. Ah, there he is. There's Connor, still holding. You're the man. I'm going to have to give you a little thing right there. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it worked, but tried to give you a little celebration emoji on the chat there. I don't know if it worked. Oh, look, it did work. All right. Good job, Connor. Hell of a job. Hold till break of structure. Listen to the man because he knows what he's talking about. Connor just said he holds until he sees a break of structure. And that's exactly what you need to do. That right there is what a successful trader would say. I can already tell Connor is going to be a consistently profitable trader just by the way he talks. So anyways, what do we got on Bitcoin? Man, I think that this has got to make a move up again. I still think that it's going to go up to one of these 2 fib levels. It seems like maybe this is like a wave A right here. Maybe we're already in a B and this is now going to go up and make a C. It seems very likely that it's going to go up again. Now, it's broken structure 3 times now, but none of those times has it been able to hold below structure. So, it's still very bullish. Yeah, listen to Quizzy, listen to Connor. He knows what he's talking about. So anyways, we got what looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think this could be a wave A. I think we now may be getting ready to go up for a B, and I think we're going to go down for a wave C. So this, I think that this is probably like a. I would have to actually change my count a little bit on this. I'm going to get rid of that for now, but this is probably like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. It's probably like a wave A. This is probably an A, B, C, a B, and I bet this is going to go up for a wave C. So definitely still going up. Yeah, 4-hour time frame. This is just extremely corrective looking. So that's probably an A. This is probably a B. This is probably going to go down and make a C. Then it's going to go back up. So I think that we're in a correction right now on the sort of time frames. I would say almost for sure. Yeah, good job, Connor. Like I said, you can't really blame only me for that. You're definitely doing really good, I can tell. So this is probably a B. We're probably going to go down for a C, and then we're probably going to go back up. So I think this right here is a correction to this move up right here. So I would definitely be looking at the end of this ABC correction for an opportunity to go long for sure. Definitely for sure. It looks pretty sweet to me. Let's go check out oil and natural gas. I think I'm going to start trading natural gas. I'm going to put this on my list just because of how clear it makes these corrections. I don't know about oil. I think I'm still going to do the Philip technique, the Philip strategy for oil. But mostly just little positions, nothing too big. Let's see here, the weekly time frame. Let's see. We're going to circle back to the dollar pairs towards the end of my meeting, so definitely hold on and we'll get back to it. I think that I still think this is the ending of wave A. It's just there's a lot of selling pressure still. I don't know. It still seems to me like this is going to go up and make a B before it goes down and makes a C. I see somebody was talking about some negative news for the oil or something. Honestly, that's probably just going to give the buyers more liquidity to keep on going long. It looks like a wave 1. It looks like a wave 2 to me. It looks like a 1, 2, a 3, 4, 5 is going to happen to me. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I think that's correct because this is a downtrend for sure. This is very overlapping. This is definitely a downtrend. So that's probably an ABC. This is for sure an uptrend. This is overlapping down. So that's probably a 1. This is probably a 2. And I bet that with this is going to keep on going up for 3, 4, and 5. It's really struggling though because I think there's a lot of negative news for the oil making people want to go short. But I think it's going up. I think we had the end of a correction right at the 61.8. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. Looks like a very corrective up pattern. Looks like a downtrend for the C. Respected a Fibonacci level. Impulsive up. Probably ABC down. I bet this is going up from here. So I definitely would be looking for buys on this one for sure. What's this one look like? I think they're pretty much similar. UK oil. Oh, really? They're going to reduce production. That's going to cause oil to go up, isn't it, Fly Moon? You would definitely think so. Natural gas is probably going to, yeah. Natural gas. It's really, really struggling to go up, huh? Wow, Matthew, that's not good, buddy. I would definitely suggest, even if you don't want to join my paid membership, definitely join my free Discord channel, buddy. You don't have to pay a dime to join my Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. Don't have to pay a cent. And I'm sure that we can help you in there. Stop blowing your trading accounts. Well, that's good. But definitely join my free Discord channel. 100% free to join. No obligations to pay a dime. We have 3,418 members right now, so a very large community of traders. But if you are looking for some extra help with your trading, let me know because I do offer a trading course, and I also offer extra help to my members through members forecasts, private chats, and a whole bunch of educational information. So definitely check that out. Like I said, you don't have to pay a dime if you don't want to. You can stay a free member for as long as you want. So this to me still looks pretty clear right up until this last section. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what? Is that that could be the end of the wave 3 right there, huh? Because this wave 4 should be around the same size as the wave 2. So maybe that's... Hopefully, Key is still here because this is her baby right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 3. It definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, and this looks like an A, B, C, and then maybe like a 7th wave. It still seems like it wants to go up. Yeah, on the sort of time frames though, it starts to really contradict that big time. We kind of turned right at the 50%. So we probably are in the 5th wave. I think this right here, we have to zoom out a little bit to see this. I think that this is very clearly 1, 2, 3 waves down. This is very clearly an uptrend. This is very clearly an uptrend. A, B, C. Now, let's see. Is this the wave 4? And this is the wave 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this final push? Yeah, that would be awesome, buddy. Definitely. We have about 86 members, I think, now in my Patreon. 86, 87 members. So it's getting to be a pretty good community, and we have twice a week we have Zoom meetings where I teach and where other people show their strategies also. So we definitely have a downtrend, correction, downtrend. I think this is a correction too. A, B, C. That's definitely an ABC. Look at that. That's three. That's for sure 3 waves. Yeah, I'll get to the US dollar pairs again, definitely. So we had the 50% fib right there. I definitely think we're heading down. I think we're going down for a wave 5. Probably a wave 5 of 5, honestly. This has probably already made the 4 up here. And now this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 5. Let's go check out the stock market real quick, see what's up with that. I'm still expecting, I was just going to say that this is going to go up more. I think it's going to break this high right here. And shortly after that, I think it's going to make that 3, 4, 5 shape, and I think it's going to go down in a big way. So we'll have to see what that means for the dollar. I mean, there's always a possibility that it just keeps going up, but to me, it seems like this is a way B. A, B, C of B, and then back down again. So it does seem like it's more likely to go down. So yeah, I definitely think that we're going up. I think we're going to break this level. I think shortly after that, it'll make that 3, 4, 5 shape. It'll make an impulsive move down. It'll break structure, and I think it's going down. So until that happens, I'm definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend. Look at that. Some awesome 3-wave patterns. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3. That's kind of like 5 waves, but 1, 2, 3 waves down. Really, really awesome. Not really sure what you're talking about when you say answer. We're going to look at the dollar pairs again in a few minutes here, but I also have a couple requests to get to too, so we're going to do that also. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I definitely would be looking for longs still for sure. It's probably going to eventually make a pullback and another push up. And if you can get in at the end of the next pullback, just like this, 1, 2, 3 waves down, that would be a pretty nice trade. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Even that right there has 3 waves. 1, 2, 3 waves down. So for sure, still looking for longs in an uptrend, definitely. So let's see if I'm gonna do the U.S. Turkey for Eddie because he's a member of the group. I don't see any other requests from my Patreon members, so we'll do that one and then see what happens from there. I don't even think I have USD Turkey. I don't either. U.S. Turkey. Turkish New Lira. I don't think I've ever looked at this one, so you may want to bear with me a little bit here. Wow, that's just one big uptrend. Holy shit. All the way from 2007, just nothing but an uptrend. Holy mackerel, that thing is strong too. Look how strong it is. I don't know what that is. GEL USD. It's probably a crypto, so yeah, probably not. Wow, that's one hell of an uptrend. There's not really much to say about this besides we're in an uptrend. It definitely has that 3, 4, 5 shape though. Look at that 3, 4, 5. Maybe we're getting ready for a bigger pullback. Something like this would seem pretty likely. Yeah, I know. I've never even looked at this. That's awesome. That's one hell of an uptrend, I'll tell you that. Imagine if you bought this for any reason over the past, long time, over the past many years. If you bought this for any reason, you would have been pretty dang happy. But really, there's not much to say about it. I mean, there's really hardly any structure. We definitely have what looks like a 3, 4, 5 right there, so I bet it's going to go down and take out that low. But boy, I don't think I would be wanting to go short in a uptrend that looks like this on the monthly or this on the weekly. I don't think I'd be wanting to try to go short doing that. Look at these last two candles. Bam, bam, big, big, big candles. There's a lot of momentum behind those moves. GEL is a currency. Yeah, the spread on that is probably crazy. I've never even looked at this. Georgia. Okay, yeah. I'll give it a try. So what is it again? GEL. Does Oanda hold it? No, it's not an Oanda currency. Yeah, exactly. That is a good lesson for sure. Let's see if we can make any sense out of this thing. Look at that. Wow. I think this is a cryptocurrency. Look, it even says crypto. This is definitely a cryptocurrency. And boy, it's not much to say about this. Look at that. I can't really do much with that, honestly. It definitely looks like it's trying to go up, but who knows? There's no real structure behind this move at all. Look at it. It's just like a down move. No, it's no big deal. It's just I don't really know what to say about it. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. It kind of looks like it could be a wave A right here. Kind of looks like it could be a B, and then maybe it'll go down again for a C, and then go back up. But I wouldn't trust my analysis on this one, that's for sure. Right now it kind of looks like the end of a crescent, like it's trying to go up again. So maybe this is the A, maybe this is the B, maybe this is the C, and then it goes back down again. I don't know. That's a tough one, honestly. I don't know if I would even want to trade this thing. Look at how messy that is. There's really no pattern, no structure behind anything right there. Hopefully that helps. We're definitely going up right now, so if you're looking to trade it, I would probably be trying to go long right now. So, let's see. Yeah, let's go back and do these dollar pairs. What is going on with the dollar? Yeah, we still got down momentum on the dollar. It's not even respecting the 50%. This is a 1, 2, 3. And it's probably not even over yet. So keep that in mind. Euro dollar. 1, ABC, 2. This is most likely a wave 3, and I bet it's just going to keep on going. I would just continue to look for longs, no doubt about it. This is a strong trend. I was hoping it would at least go down to the 38 or 50%, give me a chance to build a position, but it doesn't look like it's going to do it. The pound, look at the pound. That's definitely a wave 3. 1, ABC down, 2. This is definitely a wave 3. So I would definitely continue to look for longs on that one also. Aussie dollar, look at that. Just since we've been here today, it's been going up like crazy. That's definitely a wave 3 also, probably right there, 1, 2, and now we're in a wave 3. Just continue the uptrend. Even the Kiwi, yeah, the pound has been so strong lately. 1, 2, this is probably a 1, 2, 3. I bet this is just going to continue the uptrend too. Maybe the US dollar yen isn't going to go down if this trend keeps going. US dollar Canadian just keeps making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs the whole way down. It definitely is overlapping, but that's just because we're not tuned to the correct time frame, not tuned to the correct frequency. I would definitely keep looking for shorts on that one. Gold, we're going to look at those last couple, but yeah, menu, what's going on with gold? We'll give it a look here in a minute. I think this right here is an A. Yeah, good luck sorting that. Unless you're trying to scalp it. Maybe if you're scalping, you'd be alright, but I don't know about that, buddy. So that looks like an ABC correction right there. I bet this is going to go down again also. Yeah, I don't know if that US dollar yen is going to hold. It really looked like it was ending a wave C, but I don't know. The dollar, the old king dollar, is probably going to drive it down more. Don't look like it. Don't look very good for the uptrend. Gold, look at that. That thing's going up. Maybe that is the wave A right there, and this has already made the wave B. I don't know. That's definitely a long, though. I do know that, but I bet this is going to keep going too. It might not even be an AB. This is probably a 1-2. I don't know. It's definitely going up. It could be a wave C. We'll just have to see. It's either an A or 1, a 2 or a B, or a C or a 3. If it's a C, it'll tell us it's a C by breaking structure to the downside, looking something like that. If it's a 3, then it'll just keep on trending. If we see a big structure break, then we'll know that this is the end of a trend on the longer time frames also. Yeah, it looks like the end of a correction menu. A, B, C, D, E, something like that. Definitely bounced off a Fibonacci level. That must be the 50%. That looks like a long. Probably either the end of a wave B or the end of a wave 2. So hopefully you're long in that one, buddy. Oh yeah, not. You said you weren't going to trade today because of your toothache, but I bet that you couldn't help yourself, could you? Yeah, look at silver. That looks like it's trending like crazy too. That's probably a 1-2 also. Dell USD, Bob, yeah. Oh, the earthquake. Oh, yeah, I do remember hearing something about that earthquake. There was a big old crevasse or something that opened up because of it. I saw pictures online. Like, people had, like, farming fields, and all of a sudden there was, like, a 200-foot, like, trench in between them and their fields. I remember hearing about that on the news, so yeah, that is probably definitely what's on that. Yeah, for sure. So let's see, how did we go? It's been almost an hour, but we got a few more minutes. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't better help yourself, menu on that one. That's good, buddy. Good job. And you told me you weren't going to trade today. I knew you were full of crap. I was hoping the EU would go down one more time, but I don't think it's going to. I got a limit order right here, and it just missed it. I got 3 limit orders on this chart, but I was hoping it would at least give me on one of them. Maybe do this and then go up, but if it doesn't, no big deal. I'll get in later. We already looked at Bitcoin. You might have to rewatch that. Look at that. The dollar's going pretty good. That is definitely a wave 3. Or at least the dollar is. I don't know about gold. Gold could definitely be a wave C. Because gold definitely has a mind of its own. And it really looks like a series of 3-way patterns. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. W, X, Y. 61, huh? Ooh, you got a nice entry, buddy. You're gonna make up. You're gonna forget about that sore tooth after that. Awesome. Awesome. So definitely, let's see. If anybody has any requests that we haven't looked at, then you can put it in the chat. We've looked at all the dollar pairs, all the yen pairs, Bitcoin, S&P 500, and oil and natural gas. I have a few more minutes. If anybody has anything, let me know. If not, definitely like and subscribe to my channel. It's a big help to help push my channel out to new members. Also, join my free Discord channel, 100% free to join. We have over 3,400 members as of now, so definitely check that out. It's 100% free to join. And if you are looking for a little extra help with your trading, or you're looking for my trading strategy, or you're looking to be part of a community, then definitely check out the Patreon page. You get a lot for your money for sure, so definitely check that out. So like I said, if there's any more requests, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to call it a day. Now, I do live stream on Mondays. You can see my video schedule if you join my Discord also. Right here. This is my video schedule on my Discord, and you can see we got over 3,400 members, and I also live stream on Discord. So if you want to watch me right from Discord, so you don't have to see any stupid commercials, then you can do that also. But this is my video schedule. You can see that I do live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Tuesday and Thursday, I do Zoom meetings for the paying members. And also, if you are a paying member, you get access to all these private channels right here. You get access to the members forecast I do every single morning. All the US dollar pairs, including gold and oil, all the yen pairs, every single morning before the London session. You also get access to the twice a week Zoom meetings and all these private channels. So, and a trading course with over 38 videos, about 7.5 hours long. What do we got, menu? Base, rally, base. Yeah, I don't know what time frame you're looking at. Probably, yeah, I don't know. Base, rally, base, rally. Yeah, it's starting to pull back a little, but you got one hell of an entry, so I don't think I'd be too nervous about that. It is Friday. We do have to remember that it's Friday and that there was really no dollar news today and really not much for dollar news all week. But pay attention to next week. We got a big week next week. Monday is going to be pretty slow. We got the 10-year bonds, but after that we have CPI for the dollar. We got somebody in Britain speaking. We got GDP for the dollar. We got PPI for the dollar. We got federal funds rate for the dollar. Unemployment for the Aussie. We got Bank of Europe is also doing their federal funds right here. Down here is when they're doing theirs. And we also have unemployment rate and retail sales for the dollar. A monetary policy statement for the yen. So man, we got a lot going on next week. And the yen also has its bank rate next week. We have bank rate for the European bank. We got bank rate for the Bank of Japan, and we got bank rate for the dollar. We got a lot going on next week. So definitely prepare yourself. Get some rest this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Maybe do some back testing. Really enjoy yourself, because next week is going to be a busy week for us. So definitely get ready for that. What's that, buddy? Lung cancer? Jesus. Christ almighty. That's not really nothing to joke about. So anyways, definitely like and subscribe to my channel. I guess there's no more requests, so I'm going to call it a day. I will be on Discord for probably a few more hours on the private chat, so if you're a member, definitely contact me there. My next live stream will be on Monday, so I hope everybody has a good weekend, and happy trading as always.